When I was having a stroke in 2007, everyone was saying, oh, if you're going to get any improvements, you'll get them in the first 2 years. And so I got past the 2-year mark and I just kept going. I went from not being able to walk to then I learned to ride a bike again. I learned how to run again. I've just done rehab every day and I still do now. It's 9.5 years later. I'm still getting improvements now.
The Stroke Association has been around for almost 30 years, supporting people that have suffered a stroke and their carers and families. The healthcare system can only provide so much. People will receive the support they'll receive in the hospital and then within the rehabilitation setting, but this may only be 2 weeks through till 6 weeks or 10 weeks. The stroke journey is well beyond 6 weeks. We need to put in place systems that can make sure people leave clinical care and still get rehabilitation beyond the clinical model in a community setting.
For people who've had stroke, there is a lack of services and facilities post-hospital discharge, and we're trying to bridge that gap for people to be re-engaged into the community. So we have a range of activities at the Hub running 5 days a week. They are non-clinical and clinical. So for example, we have an art and craft group running, an aphasia group, we have singing and Able X&M, which is a hand and arm therapy group. The aim of these groups is to get people to interact socially and also get them out of that dark hole of depression and anxiety, and then ultimately to get them back into being involved in the community.
Once people have found their way into a supportive environment where they can learn about activities of daily living and how to overcome challenges that have been brought on by their stroke, the next step for the association is to help those people get back out into the community. That might mean relearning how to use public transport, getting your driver's licence back. It might be working on motor skills, fine motor skills, or it might just be talking with other people about their experiences and how they've overcome the challenges that they've faced.
What Rotary and the Stroke Association of Victoria are now doing through the stroke support groups is forming partnerships whereby when people are ready, after they've regained their social and community confidence, through Rotary we'll find somebody who can help them to identify what they want to get back to and help them back into the workforce.
Our ultimate goal is to secure enough funding to set up a community support hub in each of Victoria's 8 health regions, and to be able to staff those hubs with professional support coordinator alongside local community organisations and stroke volunteers. If we can get that model together, we should be able to provide people in each area of Victoria somewhere where they can go and continue rehabilitation for the long term, not just 6 to 8 weeks after their stroke, but perhaps 6 to 8 years beyond their stroke. Because we know that people can keep improving if they've got a support network around them.
When I was lying in the rehab centre in bed, I was pretty young, 38, and you think, oh yeah, my life's over, I'm only 38. But if you had someone who come in like me and says, I've been in your shoes, if you give yourself you can't guarantee where you're going to get to, but you've got to give yourself a chance. But I can imagine you easily could get lost if there's no kind of pathway. You just feel isolated. There's a higher chance that you're not going to like it the rest of your life if you do the work and get the right support. I don't think there's any boundaries now, as long as you keep trying.